Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode inside of the beta world. This episode is probably going to be similar to the last, although for those who haven't seen it, it was really just a hodgepodge of different things that I would like to do, all kind of pressed into one video. Keeps it a little interesting. Working on one thing for the entire episode can only be so interesting. Uh, But hey, maybe I end up changing my viewpoint at some point in the future. Who knows? Those of you that did watch the last episode would know that this grass used to be dirt not long ago. And that took quite a while for it to spread. I think I was AFK for about, might have been 2 hours, just letting this sit and grow. Um, the trouble is, when you have one piece of grass connected to the dirt like this, it takes a long time for it to spread. So actually, where the grass patch originally was spreading over to this one, to just this block so it could finally have more access to other blocks, took probably about a quarter of the total time, which is very funny to me. Because then the rest of it spread quite quickly, because obviously it has more access to more dirt. But either way, that's behind us. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Um, to start this episode, I think I'll probably end up digging some more of the tunnel for that, considering we have a relatively set in stone, no pun intended, design, and really it's just going to be chipping away at it until I get it however far down I want. Um, Also, need to work on the paths, or more so cleaning this up a little, because it is still a little dirty and a little gravelly. Um, Although I don't know that that's a word. We can make it a word for the sake of the video. But yeah, I mean, there's just some minor cleanup to do, and I have a couple ideas for what we're gonna do afterwards, but those will be revealed in the near future. It's not much, but it definitely looks very, very cool. I think once this is done, this is going to look really awesome. We're only at Y53 right now. I want to be a lot further down than that, you know, like Y30-ish, at least. Because it's only like here. I think Y60 something or other is sea level. So, you know, we're just barely below sea level on the roof, which isn't great. So, yeah. But otherwise, I am quite pleased. This looks very, very cool. Next on the agenda for this episode is I still need to liven up the grassy area of the entrance, because it's got all that nice, lush, vibrant grass, but there's nothing on it. So what's really the point? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some iron, craft some shears, and gather some leaves and make little, almost like bushes. Having now made the shears, is when I realize, oh, look, it's a pair of shears already made and in my inventory. I'd say that's enough leaves for now. 3 stacks and 2. Yeah. I tell you, I can go an entire time lapse. I can go, how long, letting the grass grow. But as soon as I try and talk, the cave sounds come out. It really is quite funny. But I think we'll put a bush there. We'll put one, like, in the corner there. And then maybe one all the way up here. And kind of just like, give them a little bit of volume. Maybe this one's like really growing out. And this one over here. It's a little smaller. Yeah. That's not bad. I wonder if I could, I just dig into the dirt here and like put a log. Do a real tiny bush. Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Real simple, real easy, but it gets the job done. Now that that's done, there's another thing I would like to do, and that is actually somewhat related to trees and the like. Um, I had the idea a while ago of making an orchard as a sort of tree farm, but I have yet to do so, and that is a lot of mushrooms. What in the world? I guess they've just been growing. Huh. Anyways, it was a while ago that I had mentioned wanting to make an orchard sort of thing as a uh, sort of tree farm, to kind of make it fit in a little. But I have to find where I want to do that. And the first thing I kind of thought of was, oh, the rail goes off in this direction. Let's see where the other direction of the station would take us, and maybe we make that go towards the orchard. So I'm going to do some land prospecting and kind of see what it looks like, see if we can work with it, or, maybe if we need to, terraform it and get it to our liking. So it's not great, but it's not bad. It's pretty. I mean, it's not like terribly flat, but that's nothing that can't be fixed. The context behind that hill is where the station is at, so it would kind of come through probably there-ish. Um, but I mean, like I said, it's not wonderful. There's a lot of first things first. The grass isn't terribly vibrant, which doesn't make a lot of sense for what would be an orchard. But I don't know. What do I know? And it's got this like stone that, I mean, it can be covered, but I don't know. It might take some more wandering before I come up with a final decision. Upon further consideration, I'm not terribly far from where I was earlier. I think right about, I think there actually is the hill I was on. But, I mean, looking at this, this definitely has the rolling hills kind of like theme going on. Definitely, I think I can definitely work with this. As for where I'm gonna put like the estate itself, since you know if it's an orchard, there's probably an estate, because the wealthy or someone who would own a orchard would seemingly, or you know, presumably be wealthy. There we go. Gotta kind of figure out where that's gonna go. Probably, I mean, realistically, right here isn't bad. Because then, if we were to do the orchard kind of spanning across here, it's at like the top, the peak of it all. It gets like the overlook, which might actually be quite cool. So I guess I'll do a little digging out, a little flattening of this area so I can build a building. If you can't tell, this is just kind of a rough outline of the area I want the estate to be. Um, it looks pretty nice. Uh, Obviously there's going to be a lot of terraforming to do, but I'm actually going to head back over and grab some of the dirt from the chest so I can kind of fill this in a little. And um, what I'd like to do is work on the house before anything. Maybe not the best idea, but quite frankly, I have a couple really cool ideas for this, and I want to put them into action. So, I'm gonna jump right to the fun part. Either way, um, the rail. Oh my. Apparently, quite a few caves too. The rail is at x negative 717, if I remember correctly. I looked at it before a while ago. So that's like right here is where the rail lines up. So what I figure I'll do is have the rail kind of come through the mountains wherever it does, and then slowly make its way out and up a little bit, right through that area, and kind of make like the orchard station, and you know, obviously have it continue on to wherever it goes, or I guess for now, just kind of make it a single stop. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. Because, of course, the goal is that everything is interconnected and easily accessible. Um, the only troubling bit is I want to do the dwarven kingdom so I can get deep underground and have some established mines, but I also don't want to spend too much time on that. But I also need to spend time on that in order to be able to extend the railway infrastructure for side projects like this. So it really just it's running in circles. But That's okay. I'm fine running in circles for a while because once everything is set up the way it should be, it will work excellently. 716, not 717. But, you know, that's close enough. That didn't take terribly long. And fortunately, now I get to do what I would consider the fun part. And that is actually making the building. And I wanted to try a different sort of building methodology, involving pretty much like just blocking out the shapes of the building before I really go and just tackle it heavy-handedly. Because I want this to be a unique looking building. I want it to be different. Um, so I know I want the entrance to it to be on this side. Because of course, you know, you probably have like a path running along through there and then up and then right up to here, right where the entrance is. So that'll be quite nice. And then it's definitely going to be one of the larger buildings I've made. Come around here, and then I guess out a little bit. Maybe I have it come out a little here too. So yeah, like basic shapes, like, you know, this is just a rectangle right now, but it might end up being something else later. You know, throw on a little addition here. I know what I really want to have is like, oh, I need more cobblestone. That's fine, I can just get this. I want to have one of those, like a tower almost, like cylindrical, and then it goes up, and then the staircase to get to the second floor is in this. And it's more, you know, like it's more of a spiral staircase than anything. I think that would be quite cool. But no, I mean, this is a pretty good shape. I think this will definitely be nice, grand, nice, fancy looking building. But yeah, I suppose now I get to go gather some materials and then really get started on this. And so it is nearly complete. The exterior is effectively done. It looks quite good. I've still got to incorporate some stone. Currently it's all cobblestone, which doesn't exactly look great. But I am super pleased with how this turned out. If we take a look inside, it's very spacious. Lots of room. This spiral staircase turned out lovely. And it comes up right to the right level, which is very cool. And then up here is also quite nice. Here we can use the brown wool. This area is quite cool. The roof looked kind of plain, just being on its own. So I figured, oh, this would make a nice little addition. And it does. So, in the interest of time, I'm actually going to wrap the episode up here so I can actually get this episode edited and released on the allotted Friday. And next episode, we will probably finish this, or at least the interior of it. Do some of the terraforming around here. Maybe some of the rail work or rail laying out. And perhaps some other things. But, I mean, that pretty well concludes this episode. If you are still watching, I appreciate your viewership. If you liked the video, feel free to like it. If you didn't, dislike it. And if you really liked it, feel free to subscribe. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I wish you the best in your day-to-day.